Hey guys, in this short lesson, I want to talk to you about the difference between for and since. So, two small words, but words that can cause a little bit of confusion. So, hopefully, this lesson will help you to get a clearer understanding of when to use each of these words. So, first, let's look at for. Now, we use for before a period of time, so an amount of time. Some examples: for 20 minutes. I read a book for 20 minutes last night. For 3 hours. For 10 days. For 5 years. And if we want to talk about a really long period of time, we can use this phrase for ages. So all of these are periods or amounts of time. Now, since, it's a little bit different because we use since before a specific point in the past. Now, since it's often used in present perfect sentences. And since shows us that something began at a point in the past and it also continues up to this time. So, for example, since last night, since last week, I've been studying prepositions since last week. So this action began last week and it continued up to this point in time. Since January, I've been living in Dublin since January. I started living in Dublin in January, and this action has continued up to the present moment. Since 2005, again 2005, it's a point in time, and since 9 a.m. So I've been awake since 9 a.m. This action started at 9 a.m. and it continued up to the present. It's still true now. I'm still awake now. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at some practice exercises. So here I've got 6 sentences. Your job here is to decide if you need to use for or since. So have a look at the time. Is it an amount of time or a point in time? And choose the correct word, for or since. So number 1, I've been waiting here an hour. So an hour, it's not a point in time. An hour is an amount of time or a period of time. So the correct preposition here is for. Number 2, she's been studying English 2011, or we can also say 2011. So this time we have a point in time. We have an action that started at this point. It's still true now. It's continued to the present. So we need to use since. Number 3, they've been married 5 years. So 5 years, again, we've got an amount of time. So we use for. They've been married for 5 years. This is how long they've been married. Number 4, he's been looking for a new job last year. So last year, is this an amount of time or is this a point in time? Last year is a point in time. So he started looking for a job last year. He's continued looking up to the present moment. So we're using since. Number 5, Maria has been attending classes June. So again, June, it's not an amount of time. We're talking about a point in time. She started attending classes in June, so she has been attending classes since June. Very, very good. And number 6, I've lived in Dublin 3 months. So 3 months, it's not a point in time, it's an amount of time. So I've lived in Dublin for 3 months. Excellent. Really, really good. So the points to remember here: we use for before a period of time. 10 days, 5 weeks, 6 minutes, 4 hours, 5 years. All of these or periods or amounts of time. And we use since before a specific point in the past. So since last year, since 2010, since July. All of these are points in the past. And we often use since with the present perfect tense, and it can show us that an action began at a point in the past and is continued up to the present moment. So I've been teaching English since 2013. I started teaching in 2013 and it has continued up to the present moment. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this short video useful and I look forward to seeing you again. Cheers.